Whether you've got autumn leaves piling or you've just given your yard a fresh trim, use the Craftsman 42-inch high-speed lawn sweeper to clean up your lawn in one pass. A universal fit attachment connects quickly to any tractor hitch plate, while large diamond wheels provide maximum traction. Even at low speeds or in wet spots, 12-inch reinforced brushes whisk yard waste into the giant 22 cubic foot hopper thanks to an 8.5:1 brush-to-wheel ratio. Easy height adjustments and durable 12-inch brushes make cleaning your yard far easier than raking. The cantilever design allows for unloading right from the seat of your tractor, saving you valuable time and energy. When you're done, unlatch the bag and collapse it to save precious storage space. Sweep up and clean up with the Craftsman 42-inch high-speed lawn sweeper. Craftsman. We build pride. In this segment, you'll see what's included in the box. To protect painted parts as you remove them from the carton, lay them on a protective surface. You can use the sheet of cardboard from the box as a work surface to prevent scratching. Before you begin assembly, be sure that all the parts and hardware are present. In the box you should have 1 sweeper assembly, Part 1, 2 bag arm tubes, Part 2, 1 left-hand hitch tube, Part 3, 1 hitch bracket, Part 4, 1 bent hitch bracket, Part 5, 1 right-hand hitch tube, Part 6, 1 right-hand brush assembly, Part 7, 1 left-hand brush assembly, Part 8, 1 hopper bag, Part 9, 2 rear hopper tubes, Part 10, 2 upper hopper tubes, Part 11, 2 lower hopper tubes, Part 12, 1 pivot rod, Part 13, 2 hopper support rods, Part 14, 1 bag frame strap, Part 15, and 1 rope, Part 16. In the hardware packages you will find 2 5/16/18 by 3-inch hex bolts, Part A, 2 5/16/18 by 2 1/4-inch hex bolts, Part B, 4 5/16/18 by 1 3/4-inch hex bolts, Part C, 4 1/4 20 by 1-inch hex bolts, Part D, 4 1/4 20 by 1-inch curved head bolts, Part E, 8 1/4-inch nylock nuts, Part F, 8 5/16-inch nylock nuts, Part G, 2 3/8-inch pawl nuts, Part H, 2 3/4-inch hitch spacers, Part I, 2 large clevis pins, Part J, 2 medium clevis pins, Part K, 2 small clevis pins, Part L, 7 3/32-inch hair cotters, Part M, 1 hitch pin, Part N, 2 vinyl caps, Part O, and 1 owner's manual. In this segment, we'll show you how to assemble the Craftsman 42-inch high-speed lawn sweeper. To protect painted parts, as you remove them from the carton, lay them on a protective surface. You can use the sheet of cardboard from the box as a work surface to prevent scratching. Begin by aligning the brush assemblies, Parts 7 and 8, with the sweeper housing, Part A, as shown, with the black mark on your right and the red mark on your left. Now, secure the black brush assembly to the brush shaft using 2 1/4-inch by 1-inch hex bolts, Part D, and 2 1/4-inch nylock nuts, Part F. Make sure the overlap bristles face out when rotated to the bottom position. Now, align the brush retainer marked with the red dot, placing the mark in the middle of the sweeper. Then secure it by using 2 hex bolts, Part D, and 2 nylock nuts, Part F. Then, rotate the wheel clockwise to ensure the overlap bristles are on the back of the brush. Then, identify the left hitch tube, marked 77L, and the left side of the sweeper, marked with the letter L. Next, align the left hitch tube to the left side of the sweeper as shown. Then loosely secure it using 2 5/16 by 1 3/4-inch hex bolts, Part C, and 2 5/16-inch nylock nuts, Part G. Leave it loose for now. Next, repeat the process to loosely secure the right hitch tube, marked 76R. Do not tighten it yet. Now loosely fasten the hitch tubes together using two 5/16 by 3-inch hex bolts Part A and two 5/16-inch nylock nuts Part G. Leave them loose for now. Now measure the height of the tractor hitch. If the hitch is less than 10 inches from the ground, align the hitch bracket Part 4 on top and the bent hitch bracket Part 5 on the bottom. Then loosely secure them with two 5/16-inch by 2 1/4-inch hex bolts Part B and two 5/16-inch nylock nuts Part G. Do not tighten them yet. If the hitch bracket is more than 10 inches from the ground, align the bent hitch bracket Part 4 on top and the hitch bracket Part 5 on the bottom. Then loosely secure them with two 5/16-inch by 2 1/4-inch hex bolts Part B and two 5/16-inch nylock nuts. Do not tighten them yet. Now slide the hitch pin Part N through the hitch and two 3/4-inch hitch spacers Part I. Then secure it below the hitch with a 3/32-inch hair cotter Part M. Now fully tighten the 4 bolts securing the hitch tubes to the sweeper housing. Then fully tighten the 2 bolts securing the hitch tubes together. Now fully tighten the 2 bolts securing the hitch assembly. This segment will demonstrate the assembly of the Craftsman 42-inch high-speed lawn sweeper hopper bag. To begin, fit the ends of an upper hopper tube Part 11 into the end of a rear hopper tube Part 10. Then secure it with a 1/4 by 1-inch curved head bolt Part E with a 1/4-inch nylock nut Part F. Now repeat for the other side. Next, fit the ends of a lower hopper tube Part 12 into the end of a rear hopper tube Part 10. Then secure it with a 1/4 by 1-inch curved head bolt Part E with a 1/4-inch nylock nut Part F. Then repeat for the other side. Then unfold the hopper bag and reverse the fold of the mesh windscreen and lay the bag out flat with the windscreen on top. Now slide the assembled upper hopper tubes down through the stitched sleeves in the sides of the hopper bags. Then slide the tubes back onto the windscreen. Next, place the assembled lower hopper tubes into the bottom of the hopper bag and slide them to the rear. Now align the ends of the lower hopper tubes into the inside of the upper hopper tubes. Then secure them from the inside using 2 small clevis pins Part L and two 3/32-inch hair cotters Part M. Next, slide the bag frame strap Part 15 through the stitched sleeve on the bottom of the bag. Now, assemble the bag frame strap to the holes in the lower hopper tubes using 2 medium clevis pins Part K and two 3/32-inch hair cotters Part M. Then fold the bag flaps around the lower hopper tubes and secure the snaps. Next, tip the hopper onto its back and insert 2 hopper support rods in the upper and lower holes at the rear of the hopper, bending the rods just enough to fit into the holes. Do not overbend the support rods, as this will cause the rods to lose supporting tension. Now, slide the end of the pivot rod Part 13 through the upper hopper tube. Then slide a bag arm tube Part 2 onto the pivot rod. Next, slide the pivot rod through the stitched sleeve on the windscreen. Now, slide another bag arm tube onto the pivot rod. Then slide the pivot rod through the upper hopper tube. Next, assemble a vinyl cap Part O onto the bag arm tube. Then, repeat for the other bag arm tube. Now place the hopper on its side. Then, ensure the bottom of the rod is backed by a solid surface. Then tap a 3/8" pawl nut, part H, onto the pivot rod. Next, repeat for the other 3/8" pawl nut. Now secure the hopper rope to the hopper. Then attach the hopper to the sweeper by sliding the bag arm tubes down onto the ends of the hitch tubes. Secure it with 2 large clevis pins, part J, and 2 3/32" hair cotters, part M. In this segment, we'll demonstrate how to attach the Craftsman 42" high-speed lawn sweeper to a tractor. Begin by aligning the tractor and sweeper on a flat level surface. Then, set the sweeper height adjustment handle to the middle of its range. For a tractor with an 8 to 10" hitch height, ensure the bent hitch bracket is installed below the hitch tubes. Then align the spacers in one of the 3 positions shown according to your tractor's hitch height. For a tractor with a 10 to 13" hitch height, ensure the bent hitch bracket is installed above the hitch tubes. Then align the spacers in one of the 3 positions shown according to your tractor's hitch height. Best performance will be achieved when the sweeper bag is approximately level with the ground and has a height of 5 to 7 inches. Now, slide the hitch pin part N through the hitch in 2 3/4" hitch spacers, part I. Then secure it below the hitch with a 3/32" hairpin cotter, part M. This segment will provide some operating and maintenance tips for the Craftsman 42" high-speed lawn sweeper. Make sure to read and understand the vehicle manual and owner's manual before using the sweeper. Always instruct other users before they operate the sweeper. Do not permit children to operate the sweeper. Never attach the hopper rope to any part of your body or clothing. Never hold on to the rope while towing the sweeper. Attach the rope to the towing vehicle and keep it away from its wheels and rotating parts. Operate the sweeper at a reduced speed on rough terrain, near ditches, and on hillsides to prevent loss of control. Vehicle braking and stability may be affected with the attachment of the sweeper. Do not fill the sweeper to maximum capacity without checking the capability of the towing vehicle to safely pull and stop with the sweeper attached. Stay off steep slopes. Stop and inspect the vehicle and sweeper for damage after striking an object. Repair any damage before continuing operation. Keep sweeper away from fire. Excessive heat can damage the brushes and hopper bag and could cause the bag and its contents to burn. Before storing the sweeper, always empty the hopper bag to avoid spontaneous combustion. Follow maintenance and lubrication instructions as outlined in the maintenance section of this manual. Use personal protective equipment. Always wear eye protection. Before each use, check for loose fasteners and worn or damaged parts. To adjust your sweeper brushes to the best operating height, loosen the wing knob, push down on the height adjustment handle to raise the brush, or pull on the handle to lower the brush. Best adjustment is achieved when brushes are a ½ inch down into the grass. Always mow the grass to an even height before sweeping. Do not exceed 6 miles per hour. Try a starting speed approximately of 3 miles an hour, which is third gear on most tractors. Depending on conditions, it may be necessary to adjust the sweeping speed in order to achieve the best results. To empty the sweeper, pull the rope forward to dump the hopper. Before storing the sweeper, always empty the hopper bag to avoid spontaneous combustion. Clean the sweeper and hopper bag thoroughly with a soft brush or cloth to help prevent rust and mildew after each use and before storage. Clean debris from the hopper bag with a brush or a broom. Remove any material wrapped around the brushes or the ends of a brush shaft. Check annually for worn or damaged parts and clean, inspect, and lubricate the gears. To collapse the hopper bag for storage, remove the 2 hopper support rods from the rear of the hopper. Store in a dry area. Make sure to refer to the owner's manual for brush replacement, wheel removal, and other safety and maintenance tips. Congratulations! Your new Craftsman 42" high-speed lawn sweeper is now fully assembled and ready to use. For product, service, or warranty registration, contact us at www.craftsman.com or call 888-331-4569. Craftsman. We build pride.